Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
We actually received a letter from Kelly Langley at the Department of Taxation last night at about 5 o'clock, letting us know exactly what Fiscal Watch means for this Fiscal Watch time for Nye County. As a lot of our viewers out there know, our community knows, this is not the first time that Nye County has been put on Fiscal Watch, and every time that Nye County goes on Fiscal Watch is for different reasons. So the reasons that we have were basically from the audit that was done for the 2018-2019 audit back in June. So some of those issues have been long-standing issues. The Treasurer's report and bank reconciliation, when I came into office, had not been completed for over a year, and those are required by NRS on a monthly basis. So the prior treasurers did not get those done for whatever reason. They didn't get them done, but they weren't done, and that was one of the main reasons why the Committee on Local Government Finance supported the idea that Nye County be placed on Fiscal Watch. We have since then brought the Treasurer's reports and bank reconciliations up to, as of today, February of this year. So the Committee on Local Government Finance, they made the decision from talking with the chairman and also another member, not based on the idea that we're not performing the functions that need to be performed, but based on the idea that we're going in the right direction. But they took Nye County off Fiscal Watch back in February of 2018, and during the time period between then and when the Committee on Local Government Finance required us to go in and talk to them, the wheels kind of fell off. Yeah. So they want to make sure it's not going to happen again. Once they made the decision to put us on Fiscal Watch, I really honestly wanted to find out what Fiscal Watch meant. And I looked on the internet prior to the meeting. I couldn't really find any information at all specifically saying what happens, what's changed. So I asked Marvin Levitt, who's the chairman of the Committee on Local Government Finance, how is this going to change what we're doing currently with the state, with our weekly phone calls with Kelly Langley? And he said it really wouldn't change much. We have had a staff issue since actually before I got into the office. We've been one short. And then we also, one of the other employees that have been brought in was brought in from finance. She's got great skills, but she needed training. And so we've had training issues as well, which is one of the other reasons that the Committee on Local Government Finance got involved. Part of not being able to provide those reports is not having the training of people that needed to be able to do things further down the food chain that add up to things that we need to be able to complete that report. Well, Marvin Levitt, who's the chairman of the Committee on Local Government Finance, my biggest takeaway was that he was very, very disappointed that they had felt that they were misled the last time Nye County had gone before them about the idea that Nye County had a clean bill of health financially. And so they made their designation or determination to take Nye County off Fiscal Watch at that time based on what they were told, and they feel that they were misled. Well, there were a couple of things that were pointed out in the letter that we received yesterday, concerns, and the sheriff has addressed why they went over budget, but that was one of the concerns, is that they went over budget, and that's being corrected. All of these things are being corrected, that we had a couple of fund balances that were negative, and that's always cause for alarm. But there are, of course, reasons for that as well, and then the comptroller is working on taking care of those things. So the basically 4 or 5 things that were on the letter we're addressing, and I think the comptroller is doing a great job on her end taking care of the things that she needs to take care of. The interesting thing is that people were very, very concerned about the idea that it might affect our insurance for the county and possibly also our bond rating. This is a low level. I mean, it's like the lowest level that you can get as far as the Committee on Local Government Finance and Department of Taxation monitoring Nye County. So I don't really know how that's interpreted by the other entities involved. And that would really be, I guess, a better question for them as to how they would look at it.